Good morning, glad you are back with me. Today, pancakes. Well, I should say turning lemons into lemonade. Hold on just a minute, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I ordered the other day, I order most of my stuff online, like through Walmart, through the drive, I go pick it up. And I ordered some yogurt. I thought it was what my wife likes. It turned out I okayed substitutions and they were out of that product, so they sent us this plain Greek yogurt. She wanted vanilla because I'd never unchecked the substitution deal. We got 2 of these. So I'm going to make pancakes this morning using this yogurt. I usually make pancakes with regular milk, buttermilk especially tastes really good. So yogurt and buttermilk have that tangy taste. I may have to add a little liquid because it's thicker, of course. And anyway, here's how I'm going to do it. I don't have any self-rising flour, so I kind of make my own. I never buy self-rising flour, matter of fact. So I just use regular flour and add a fat teaspoon of baking powder in it, as I call it. So let me get everything around here and I'll show you what I'm going to do. All right. You can see that burning cup of water. I washed this out last night and I guess it didn't get it totally dry. So I'm going to mix my flour first. I'm going to do about, get this big bag down here, 1.5 cups. And I just kind of eyeball it. There's 1. There's somewhere 1.5. Let's call it 1.5 and call it good. I usually never measure when I'm making pancakes, and they always turn out pretty fair. Anytime you get the butter and the sugar and syrup on them, or honey, or whatever you molasses, it don't really matter. They're good. All right, and I'm gonna add Clever Girl baking powder. It's kind of used for years, and I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons. How's that, boys and girls? That do okay? There's 1. And fat teaspoons, how's that? Then, like I say, it's pretty easy. Just whisk that together. You just made your own self-rising flour is what you did. That's all self-rising flour is. Now, a lot of people take this one more step and put baking soda in it. I don't. I make biscuits like this and all types of things. So, matter of fact, I made a biscuit with self-rising flour and buttermilk. Makes it really good. Just those 2 or 3, because I had to add my. I don't have just regular. I don't have self-rising flour, so I had to make it. So if you count the baking powder, that's 3. Also did the same baking powder and flour recipe, and did canned milk, evaporated milk. It made a wonderful biscuit. It was so easy, and no cutting in the butter, none of all that stuff. Now I still like to make buttermilk biscuits, and those other 2 biscuits I just told you about, they're not buttermilk biscuits, but they're as good as any canned biscuit, and they taste like restaurant biscuits most of the places that you get them. So anyway, I've got this mixed up. See that right there, and I don't put any sugar. And how much yogurt am I going to put? I don't want to go too crazy on it here. Let me get a big spoon here. I'm going to say I'm probably going to go about 1/2 cup to start out with. So 2 of these blobs. maybe a little over, maybe a fat half a cup. How's that? That's terminology of the way the old dude cooks. So I'm gonna mix this in. I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 egg in it now. A little bit of melted butter. Come on. Maybe half a teaspoon. And I know this is going to take some more water, because I know I'm not making biscuits, so get some water here. I've never made this before. You're coming along on the virgin test cook here. I just know it's going to have to be thicker than that. How much water? Enough to get it to the consistency of pancake batter. Which that's about like cake batter right there. Get some of this stuff out of the way here. Well, it's getting there. Make sure you scrape the bottom up. Get all the flour off the sides. I'm going to switch over to a different spatula here to start with. Now that I've got my egg and everything mixed into it. All right. Get my trusty, dusty old homemade, shop-made. This thing's been with me since I want to say 66, I think. I can't remember exactly. 66, 67, when I was in high school in shop. I made this old spoon, or whatever you want to call it. I used to take it on my Boy Scout camp outs. All right, it's getting there. A little bit more water. Boy, it smells really good. Like I said, I don't know how much water I'm putting in here. It just depends on what it takes to get it to the consistency that you can, boy, it's almost there, make pancake batter, which is not real thin, it's not real thick. I made really good pancakes with beer before. Boy, it's kind of a wonderful flavor. Not if you ever have any beer left over if you open one at night, but if you got one that's warm, pour a little bit in here for the liquid. Boy, it's a wonderful smell, it's a wonderful taste. I don't know if I have a video on that or not, but I believe that's going to be it right there. Let me get my area cleaned up and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I've got the griddle heated up. I'm not going to use cast iron pans this morning, because I want to use all this at one time. Don't want to have to hassle with making a few and taking them out. So I've turned it off right now, my griddle, because the vent hood makes so much noise. So I've got a spoon. I've got butter and butter spray over here. And I've sprayed this spoon with butter spray. Let's see, do a little test here, see if it, oh yeah. Like I say, this griddle's hot. Once I get these all on here, I will turn it back on. That's going to be an ugly pancake. Oh well. I don't think it'll matter once you get the butter on it. Give me a couple of little ones back here. Little testers. Alright, let me get that over here. I'm going to turn this on. Sorry about the sound. I don't think it'll have to be on very long because it's already heated up good. Ask you something here. Have you ever made pancakes with yogurt like this? I can tell you the smell is really good. It's like using buttermilk, except a lot stronger. That I don't know what you call that smell. The smell and the taste of buttermilk, which I absolutely love. That's the smell that I'm getting. Matter of fact, one of my favorite things is buttermilk. On my birthday, maybe Father's Day, a piece of chocolate cake and a glass of cold buttermilk. I know that sounds crazy. Any of y'all ever drink buttermilk like that? I mean, I grew up eating it with cornbread and stuff like that. But somewhere along the line, I switched over to that sweet, like the sweet chocolate cake with a good sweet icing on it, like the one I make, and then cold buttermilk to wash it down with. Oh my God, that's just, to me, that's the bestest. All right, let's get you back around here. I'm sorry about the noise. Got this on high right now. I'm just starting to see a few little bubbles come up around here. I'm going to turn it down on low here in a minute. And I've got my spatula spray too. Well, I believe they're going to make pancakes for sure. Go over here and get a plate to put them on. Oh, goodness. Yes, I can walk. Yes, I'm slow. Alright, let's see here. Flip these over, see what they're looking like. Looking good. I'm anxious to get my test subjects back here and chow down on those and see what they taste like. Always loved my mother's pancakes. They weren't real thick as far as rising like this. They were so good. Oh my God, they were great. So as you can see, it's not going to take a long time to cook these. I'm going to pull this one just for the heck of it right now. See if it's cooked through. Yeah, it's really tender. It's tender and moist. Boy, that's really good. You could eat those with no syrup or butter on them. Man, let's get back over and flip these over. See if they're ready to come off the grill. I believe they're ready. Turn this down a little bit now. It's getting up to heat. I want a Jethro pancake. Yeah, this is for me. Because that's the way I roll. This old griddle and burners here, it's been great. We bought this about 18 years ago. I went to our Sears surplus where they had scratch and dent stuff. It was missing 2 knobs and something else, and I talked the guy and got him down on price to like $100, and brought it home. Looked online, found a repair place, went over there and took one of the knobs that I had that I wanted to match. He had it, and I don't know what else I needed, but it works fine ever since, except it's a little noisy. Yep, you can see it's doing good. Definitely rising. These are nice and thick. They're not flat pancakes. They're not tortillas for sure. All right, well, it didn't take long. This last one done and put a little fresh butter on them, maybe a little syrup, and do a test. And what goes good with pancakes? Coffee. Get done on that one side. I turned it down too low. Alright, as you can see, I put my other pancake back here, the one I already had cooked, just to warm it up. Let's check on this, see how it's done. Oh yeah, perfect. Get them both off of there. Get this squealing Jenny off of here. Turn it on for a minute just to get some smoke out of here. And I'll bring you back when I put some butter and some syrup. Be a little bit of butter here. Bring you back in a minute. It's gonna be so good. Pancakes made with yogurt. All right, let's take a bite of this. There. It's got to be what I had a while ago without any syrup or butter on it was really good. Get the bite here. Let's get this first bite. Mm. Mm. That is so good, dang. It's got that tart flavor. I guess that's the word I was looking for earlier. Buttermilk kind of has a tart flavor to it, and yogurt does too. Man, it's really good. Mm. Wish y'all were here. I'd mix you some up. You could sit at my bar here, and I could be your bartender making pancakes. Let me get another bite of this. Mm. That's so good. Man, burn it. Man. A little mud to rinse it down with. We're ready to go. Man, that's good now. This would be on my menu. How to turn lemons into lemonade using yogurt in your pancakes. Plain yogurt. You probably could use vanilla. I'm not a fan of vanilla flavored pancakes. I've had them from like McDonald's before, and they have a touch of a vanilla, and they're kind of sweet. It says no vanilla and no sugar in it, so make it your own, of course. Anyway, thanks for being here for the old dude. Keep watching. Soon you'll see a video of me having a life-changing event, and hopefully you'll see less of the old dude. Still the old dude, but less of me. So keep watching and subscribe to my channel so you'll see what's going to go on that. And like and comment. Have you ever had yogurt pancakes before? I'm sure I looked online and there's lots of recipes. That's the first time I ever made it, and I didn't use the recipe. I don't go by recipes. Recipes are just a guideline for me. So anyway, thanks for being here, and come and sit at my table anytime. Talk to y'all later.